Yo, yo, what's going on,
Big
people?
C, what it do?
What's going on? It's the Bro Foundation. We back with another powerful episode for y'all. We tapped in. We hope everybody tapped in, tuned in, you know. Yeah, we got another good episode for y'all. You know. Shout out to the brothers. How we living today?
All good, brother. I'm in the
Life is
field
good.
today.
Life is good, man. Everything's
Yes, sir.
grand.
What's up, man? Yes, sir. Shout out to our brother Henry. He can't make it with us today, you know. But we're gonna keep it moving and he'll be back with us next week, I'm sure. Um, Shout out to our brother Jess, Jay Hunter today, big CDL man, he official with the CDL today, you know what I mean? Like we gotta celebrate that, man. We always gotta celebrate each other's wins,
So
man. That's a big deal. So everything in this world is moved by, pretty much by truck, you know what I mean? Commerce, gotta once it gets to the land, the drivers are the ones who moving it around, who get it to you. You know what I mean? So all y'all in them grocery stores shopping, wherever you might be, consume CDL trucks drive consumerism, no pun intended. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so that's a big deal, man. So congrats on getting that today.
thank y'all, man. Thank you. Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
Absolutely. And shout out to, brother Corey, you know what I mean? About to get to the peer counselor, you know what I mean? Like official with that, like that's a big deal, So that kind of speaks to what we're gonna talk about today. That kind of speaks about what we're gonna talk about today, Um the fourth quarter is upon us, calendar year wise. We're gonna keep it real, calendar year wise, the fourth quarter is upon us. 3 more months, to finish strong. If you played football, every time it typically is done in Pop Warner up to high school, whatever, you know what I'm saying, but or college too. But when that fourth quarter comes, what you do? You put up that four. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's putting up that four, like, yo, it's the fourth quarter. Everybody know, hey, this is go time. You feel me? Like it's time to go. Let's make sure that what I mean we all strapped in and gonna get it done. And so that's kind of what we want to talk about today. The fourth quarter finish. You know, um, Looking back on your year, leading up to this point in time. One, are you where you want it to be? And if not, what do you need to finish the year? You know what I'm saying? What do you need to do to finish the year off to make sure that when the year is all said and done, that you can feel accomplished, that you can, what I mean, be in a sense happy with your progress. And just like I said, just looking back on the year that you've had and just reflecting on it. You know what I mean? So yeah, we just want to take this time. Said October's almost here. By the time this episode airs, it'll be what? When is the first?
October.
When is the
Today
first?
is should be next week, right?
The first is on Tuesday.
Tuesday.
So like I said, since we're gonna be going into the fourth quarter, we just want to talk about and make sure that like I said, one looking back on the year that you've had so far and what you need to do to finish this year off strong. So yeah, we're just gonna get right into it and how we feeling so far about the year that we've had and like I said, what are you looking to finish it off with in this fourth quarter?
Um, I seen a lot of. I want to shout out to the Bro Found platform, man. Because this platform has really touched me and it helped me in so many different ways, man. Like we're able to pour our thoughts, our hearts, everything inside of these lives, and it's so beneficial when it comes to like putting it inside of your own life. So like for me personally, I don't make New Year's resolutions anymore, especially when I started reading that book, Atomic Habits, man. And like that just put things into perspective of how you should do things, you know. So whenever you do make a goal, and it's cool to have goals, but putting a system in place to get to those goals is what it ultimately is about. And so I think of things like I started off the year pretty good, especially reading, because that was one of my kind of like downhill things, man. I didn't really read much as a kid. I didn't really like it. I was more of a sports guy. And I thought reading was boring to me, you know. But then I started understanding that that's where all the knowledge and understanding is at, you know. And really, like last year, Ty, like you pushed me to get better in that area, because that was one of your goals that you wanted to have, was to read a few books. I think it was like 12 books or something at the end of the year. And it was like the same. It was probably around this time, you know, Octoberish, you know. And but you had said that you was going to keep pushing. And once you said that, man, that sparked a light inside of my head, because I was like, man, because it's never too late, dog. You get what I'm saying? So like if you said I wanted to read 12 books for the year, I mean, you can do that within these 3 months that's left, you know. And don't beat yourself up for not reading the 12 so far, you know. So I kind of not put myself that much pressure on myself as far as goals anymore, but I do push myself to be better as far as like what I'm going to do about my goals, or how can I accomplish certain things. So having these type of conversations, it really like put it into perspective for me to understand that I'm patient with myself, and I want to continue to be patient with myself and gentle with myself to the point where I'm able to like be like, okay, hey man, it's okay, but let's get better. You get what I'm saying? So one of my goals that I really want to do, which I'm going to start on the first on Tuesday, is that I'm going to do another 30-day fruit fast. Just to reset my body, reset my mind and and my goals again. So doing that last year, I didn't think that I was able to do it. Once I got past that couple days, it got a little easier and a little easier and a little easier. So I was a bit disappointed with myself in the beginning of the year because of my diet. It was up and down. I wasn't disciplined enough, but it's never, like I said, it's never too late. And like you said, the fourth quarter, that's whenever the comeback is really strong. You look at all the teams in sports, you know, whenever that fourth quarter hits, football time especially, if they down, it's like sometimes whenever you're watching the game, bro, they'll make so many plays in that 2 minute warning, and I'm like, where the hell this was the first three quarters? But it is amazing that they can just march down the field whenever you put your mind to it. It's like, I can get this done, So that's another thing, man. Like you said, Ty, it's like your mindset, changing your mindset towards how you view things is going to ultimately help you, or hurt you. So you have to be careful how you view any situations or any goals or anything that you have. Just like I said, be patient with yourself, and also just ride with it, and always keep that fourth quarter mentality and keep your foot on the throttle.
No, absolutely, man. Like, kind of speaking of what you said, man, because yeah, a lot of us are, big sports guys, sports fans, especially football. Like you said, man, it'd be crazy when you see the last 2 minutes, of the game, or even the half or whatever. You see a lot of like a lot of scoring, a lot of shit gets done. It's like, where was this at? You know what I mean? But a lot of times, man, we as people, we need that sense of urgency, right? That sense of urgency can pull a lot out of us. You know, when your back's against the wall, and it really just shows you what you're made of, right? If your back's against the wall and it doesn't scare you, and you actually, you know what I mean, become more, you do more. Like a lot of times people can, when their back's against the wall, they can cower, you know what I mean, and they don't have what it takes to overcome that sense of urgency to a degree. But if you have that willpower, if you have that strength, and you say, you know what, boom, okay, time now. You know what I mean? It's time. And it's unfortunate that sometimes we need that as people. We need that okay, you get painted into a corner, and what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? It's unfortunate that sometimes we need that, but it's like you said, you should if you flip that energy and have every moment, have it to where it's always that sense of urgency, you could get more done. You know, I think I seen a quote somewhere that Jeff Bezos said, if you give yourself a month to clean your house, it's going to take you a month to clean your house. But if you give yourself a week or day or whatever, you're going to get it done in that week, that day. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you have to kind of, in a sense, force yourself that sense of urgency to make shit happen, right? So, and just like kind of like you said, looking on this past year, it's been, there's some things that I know I wanted to accomplish and didn't get to accomplish, but that's not discouraging me from finishing off this year on a tip where, you know what, at least I can get the ball rolling to where at least in the beginning of next year I could accomplish that goal, right? Like I might not have got to where I wanted to get with this, in this year, but there's still a fourth quarter left. There's still time to at least do something, like I'm gonna get as much done as I can. It's about that sense of urgency. Like, okay, boom, what can I do? What can I get finished? What can I do to get the ball rolling, to make sure that at least the beginning of the year I'm on that track to get that shit done. Because things don't happen in the time that you want them, in a sense. Sometimes it's God's timing. It's the universe's timing. Sometimes it's not the right time for it to happen just yet, right? Like, so that's the way I look at it. And that's what's going to keep me going and keep me moving to make sure that, like, going to Invest Fest this year. Not physically going, but doing the virtual Invest Fest this year, bro. Like that really sparked something huge in me, right? That really sparked something in me, and to the point where everything that I do this year, from that point until, even the next one, I'm going to maximize all my time. So if it's not for me, if it don't have future written on it, then I'm not messing with it. I'm not messing with it. I don't care what it is. I'm not wasting my time on nobody that I can't see. That's in my if I don't see you in my future, you're not getting none of my time. You know what I'm saying? If it's not an activity that, of course, we got to have our downtime to a degree, not necessarily balance, but we got to have time that we can kind of reset and do, you know what I mean? Like get our mind off of, because if you're going, that's why we, like, when we're at work, that's why we have those little 15-minute breaks every 2 hours. Because you need that like you got to give yourself a break every now and then. Because if you just overwork yourself, you're not gonna get as much done as you could if you just took that little 15, you know what I mean? Same way when we get days off. When we get days off, we go back to work, we were kind of re-energized. We probably get more done on that Monday, on that first day back. You know what I mean? Because we were able to catch our breath, take a chill pill for a little bit, step back. So that's the whole idea, man. It's just you got to kind of make sure that you give yourself a little bit of time, but on the same token, you got to make sure that you are when it's time to get back on, boom, okay, it's time to go. Make sure that you are maximizing all that time. Like that book, The Power of Now, great book. You know what I'm saying? It's not about there's no past, there's no future, it's only the present. And as long as you continue to maximize your present, you will get to where you need to go. And a lot of times you'll get there sooner than you even realize. You know what I mean? So, like I said, man, this past year has been great. You know what I mean? Like, I got a promotion as well, and got into the vehicle that I wanted. Credit score, looking great, only getting better. Things like that. But there are a couple of things that I needed to take care of that I wasn't able to get done, but I still had that time. Like I said, it's the fourth quarter, and I still have that time to do it, and I'm going to make it happen. That way, come the next calendar year, okay, where are we at? Let's get this. Let's keep it going. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, fourth quarter is the time. Like I said, if you've been slacking, so to speak, it's that sense of urgency. If that sense of urgency kicks in and it doesn't scare you, it doesn't make you cower. It doesn't, you don't look at it like, damn, I haven't done anything since, what now? Nah. If you look at it and be like, okay, boom, now it's time to go time. That it just shows you what you're made of. You know what I mean? And if you go and you get in that period of time and you get a lot done, that's championship stuff right there. So yeah, we can't be scared of not getting what we wanted to have done. But like I said, power of now. What can I do right now? And if you still got time on the clock, that means you can still do something. So keep fighting, keep going.
Y'all saying something though, man. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That this whole football analogy, man, this sport analogy, man, I love it, bro. Cause I'm not sure who said it, where it comes from, but the difference between sports and life when it comes to this fourth quarter type of mentality that I enjoy being a part of, that I don't run from anymore, is that in sports, when we look at it at the fourth quarter, once that buzzer ends, that's it. Game's over. You know what I mean? And you can't change the outcome of the game, regardless what happened. This play didn't go your way. The ref missed this. Your man's dropped the ball. You missed the free throw. Whatever the case may be, whatever sport you playing, once fourth quarter over with, that's it. Now, when it comes to life a little different. You know what I mean? God's will, we live to see another day. We wake up every day. It's a blessing, which gives you the opportunity to live each day. But when it comes to just, keeping yourself on track to what you set out at the top of the year, for me, man, I look at it like three letters that pop out that kind of help me stay on track as far as just, all right, where was I, where I'm at right now, and where I'm trying to go. And you can mix the words up however you want to. But for me, it's discipline, it's accountability, and it's patience. Discipline is going to help you stay focused. Discipline is going, you know what I mean? When you on the block, when you on the, in the field, when you playing football, discipline is like, okay, we ran this play 5 times. I know what's going to happen when the quarterback hikes. Boom, I know what to do. Accountability is, damn, I missed my block. That man got through, he tackled my quarterback. Fuck, okay, that's on me. Patience. Okay, I gotta wait. I know I'm the receiver now. I'm on the receiving, and I just gotta wait for the quarterback to find that spot. He's gonna throw it. I'm gonna catch it. So that's the game of sports. That's the game of life, though. When you apply those same principles in life, and you apply discipline, accountability, you apply patience, and so many other words. And again, like you just said, staying in the present moment. Now you can start to realize, like, again, that potential, that power that you have. Because it's like the more disciplined you is, the more patient you can be. The more patient you are, the more you can sit in the now and be accountable. So now you can look in the mirror and be like, ain't nobody's fault about where I'm at other than myself. The benefit of that realization and that accountability is because you now know where you at. Okay, bet. With the power that's vested in me, with the power that be above me, and of course with support and that discipline, now I know how I can get from this point B, let's say we have point B to point C. Because yeah, we want to say, oh, point A, point B, or point A to Z. Yeah, but in between there, we can't skip all them steps. There's a lot of steps you got to take in between A to Z to get to where you want to be. We were just talking about it when I just left the gym about how life is about taking the stairs. It don't matter what you're doing in life. If you take the stairs that right once you get to the top, it's a little different than just coasting your way on the elevator. You kind of can see the steps that you took one step at a time. You can kind of pace yourself to get there rather than taking the elevator. You just cruising. Wasn't no hard work put in. You taking the easy way out. But shit, when you in the fourth quarter and you now know, like, okay, I set this goal at the top of the year. I'm like, whatever short. It makes you look at yourself in the mirror and hold yourself accountable to be like, okay, what is it I got to do right now to get to that point? But again, because you took the stairs, which is the growth aspect, is the planting the seed aspect. Now you can kind of understand, like, okay, well, when I went to this hurdle down on level 1, it only took me to do X, Y, and Z to get there. Okay, now I'm gonna use X, Y, and Z to get to that next level. And each level is a new devil, so to speak, right? And as you grow in these levels, you just start to realize, like, I was capable of doing what I was doing at the beginning. I'm even more capable of doing what I'm doing at this point, and I know I'm capable of doing whatever it's going to take to get to the end. And I think, man, just sitting in those 3 letters, those 3 words, and understanding the breakdown of each word and how they apply to life, rather it's the first quarter or the fourth quarter, if you use those same principles, you gonna get far. And everything that you set yourself up to do, again, rather it's eat better, like Jesse just did, Johanna, getting the CDLs, rather it's the promotion that Ty got back at the end of the year, at the beginning of the year. It's like, those are just some stepping stones that we set ourselves out to get. Now that we achieved them, okay, most people are going to be like, okay, we get to the top of this mountain, what's the next mountain? Sometimes we just got to be enjoying where we at. Enjoy that moment. Live in the moment so you can be grateful for what you have rather than trying to push this envelope so much to get to the next level. No, stay right where you at. Be patient, but also be present. The more you patient, the more present you can be. Now I can enjoy Ty just made, I don't know, I'm not counting pockets of them, but I just made an extra 10,000 this year. Okay, but now that I made an extra 10,000, that gave me some room to do X, Y, and Z. And again, y'all don't count. We not counting bro pockets. I'm just giving an example.
No, I got you.
But same with, with Jayhana. I got, yeah. But it's like, it's just being present in the moment. Once you get to those points, it helps you be able to enjoy the work that you put in. So now once you, again, if you're not at the finish line yet, it's just going to be even more of a blessing to enjoy when you get there. Because it's like, man, I put in work. But overall, bro, it's really like, I don't really even got a set amount of goals that I felt like I started at the beginning of the year that I'm now looking at now, because in my situation, what I thought I should be doing was different than what God had planned for me. So now as I'm looking at where I'm at right now, my whole plan has derailed, so to speak. Like, the goal is the same, but the destination has changed. And that wasn't something that I asked for. It wasn't something that, I thought I was going to be at. Now it's like, okay, as the year progressed, y'all didn't hear us, at least me, I wasn't really talking about like being a peer counselor, being in a community, because I was trying to walk in my own journey by myself. And then with the help of y'all brothers, including Henry, with the help of situations outside of myself that I had to experience, it evolved my expansion, my mindset to be like, that was never for you. And that's why this was a struggle. Now that you're walking in the direction that you need to be walking, the path has been so much easier. And I'm not saying it's easy to the point where, oh, I'm going to get to where I'm going right away. No, but it's more easier to the mind because I know what I'm supposed to be doing. If you start a new job, you don't know what you're doing. You just kind of sitting back waiting on the person training you to tell you. I got a trainer who is the almighty trainer of all, who guide me through this process. Now it's like, cool. I take the stairs some more because I know where I'm going. And that part of it, man, it's a blessing. Like I said, at the beginning of my year, it looked different than how it is now. But that's not a bad thing. But you know what I mean? That's just my point of view.
Man, y'all brothers bringing this heat, baby.
Come
Y'all
on,
bringing
man.
this heat, baby. Y'all
Come on,
bringing
man.
this heat, baby. Man, look, when I
Yeah.
was when we brought this topic up to discuss tonight, and I went back in my journal, man. I went and looked at, in the beginning of the year in January, and I sat down and I wrote some goals down or what I want to get accomplished throughout the year. And I looked at some things that haven't been done. And I had to ponder and I had to ask myself the question, why haven't this been done? You feel what I'm saying? And by now. And Corey, you said one word too as well. You saying discipline, but also we have to be real with ourselves too as well, because a lot of times we make excuses, right? And those excuses can really cause like your goal not to be fulfilled, because you ultimately put things in front of those goals sometimes that's not important. My dad used to always tell me, um, he always told me, he said, man, he said, son, he said, look, he said, people gonna make time for what they want to do in life. So you gonna make time, and it was like, like if you trying to get after this girl or something like that, she don't text you back all day and all. Man, people have time. They make time for what they want to make time for. So I didn't allow myself to make the time for certain goals. I didn't have the discipline, and I didn't have, the and I was making excuses of what or why I didn't do it. So that's why I said at the end of the day, like you said, Corey, that third one you brought out was patience. So that's when you be patient with yourself and you recognize your problem. That's the only way that change is going to happen, is when you first recognize the problem, the issue of what's going on. You get down to the root of it. So understanding yourself, and that's the hardest, like they say, the hardest battle is the battle with yourself, because you're the one that got to look at yourself every day. You know what you're not doing, what you can do better, or what you can be doing extra, and you know your time for it too as well. So that's something that I look at for myself, because I can only speak for me, and that what works for me, because I'm like, that's what I sat back and I thought about it, like, damn. So I made an excuse about this, that why my one of my goals was going to the gym every day. Why are you not going to the gym every day? It was an excuse. Well, I'm tired from work. You know what I'm saying? Like, or work is my cardio. I can't use those type of excuses and be okay with it, and not and I can't get upset whenever I don't see the results. You get what I'm saying? Because you can't get upset because you're not putting in the work to go get the results that you're trying to get. And that's with anything, not just working out. You know what I mean? So you have to understand, like, okay, I'm being real with myself. Here's the plan, but am I being disciplined enough to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, give myself an extra hour so I can go work out and go to the gym? Or I'm gonna say, or I'm gonna keep saying, oh, I'm gonna go Monday, or I'm gonna start Monday, or I'm gonna start Monday. And I learned now. It's like start right now. Goddamn it. You know what I'm saying? If you got a 24-hour fitness, you got a gym that's 24 hour, man. Go right now. If you feel like oh, I'm gonna wait till tomorrow. Tomorrow might not ever come, dog, or something might happen. Lord forbid, but something might happen. You don't know. So if you didn't go start today, like you ultimately feel good about yourself. And that's why I said about that book, man, the Atomic Habits, because once you put that system together and you start working towards that system, like, you feel so much better about what you've done. Because I mean, all three of us, we've been to the gym before. Corey, you just came from there. You know how you feel after you go. It's a tough thing to drag your ass in there, but when you come, you like, damn, bro, I'm glad I went, bro. Like, I was able to push through, and you pushing your body to another level, to where your body, like, damn, like, I didn't know I could do this. Even though you was tired and sluggish, so you pushing yourself to the limit, to where it's like, okay, I can actually do this. and that's when you build your confidence. And once you build your confidence, because I'm one of those people, if I go to the gym consistently, oh, it's a wrap now. I'm going for a long time, But the moment that I stop, Thanksgiving roll around, all these other things, you know what I'm saying? And you like, oh, here I go, you know what I'm saying? And that's when you require yourself to be disciplined. You have to tell yourself, your body, your mind, no, we're not doing this, bro. You know what I'm saying? We're going to stick to the goal, stick to the plan, and we're going to make this shit happen. You know what I'm saying? So, like, even Ty, when you brought up about the future, man, like, man, that was deep, bro, because, like, whenever you think about it, the people that's along the way that come in your life, everybody have a motive, good or bad. You know what I mean? So, that person inside of your life, you have to recognize, you have to see for yourself. That is your decision to find out, like, who need to be close to you and who not. That's your decision. You have to make that decision firmly and wisely. You know what I mean? So whoever is supposed to come in your future, that's the universe gonna bring those people to you. Who's not, they gotta leave. You gotta leave that behind. And you can't be afraid to leave the past where it's at. You learn from it and you keep it pushing. You get what I'm saying? So that's just like tonight. Like, it's like a whole nother thing for me. Now I'm about to go write a whole nother set of goals, but this time I gotta require myself with discipline, patience, like Corey said, and you know what I'm saying, and don't make no excuses. So, and I can push it to the end of the fourth quarter.
No, absolutely, man. Like,
Word. Word up, bro.
It's discipline. And when you were saying, because I'm always about acronyms, right? Like, acronyms is something that anytime I hear something, I always try to figure out like how it could fit into an acronym. You said discipline, accountability, and patience, right? What is that?
Yeah.
DAP, DAP.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the acronym right there. And so, like I said, those are highly important, man. Like, discipline. The meaning, I think the Mike Tyson said that he's like the discipline is doing something that you hate, but doing it like you love it. Doing something that you hate,
yeah,
but doing it like you love it. You might not like getting up extremely early and going to the gym. You know what I mean? Like, but you do it like you love it. The more you're able to do that, it's going to become it becomes a second nature, and you don't even think about it no more. You know what I mean? Like, it becomes something like, because then if you don't do it, you feel like you're cutting yourself short. You know what I mean? Like you said, you gotta look yourself in the mirror and like who you are as a person. So if you ain't doing the things that you say that you want to do and should be doing, you're only disappointing yourself, right? And so, it's discipline. Yeah, it's of high importance, man. You know what I mean? Like, and like I said, you gotta make sure that you are applying it. And what else I was gonna say? It's like you said earlier, man. Like, it's important to celebrate that win. It's a fine line, right? It's a fine line of celebrating that win and knowing that you got to do more, right? Like, because it's just like, in a sense, we think about it. That's why I have the mentality of paying myself first when it comes to working. You know what I mean? Every time I get paid, I give myself, I pay myself first, because if you don't, you'll become so depressed, and so you become a slave to your paycheck, because as soon as you get paid, a lot of times the money goes right out. It don't even belong to you, right? It goes right out, because as soon as you get paid, you're worrying like, damn, okay, I gotta pay this bill got to get paid, and when you're doing that, it sucks the life out of you, right? But I got into the habit of paying myself first, 5, 10%, 15, whatever it may be. If I can do more, I'll do more. But I'll pay myself first, put a little something in my savings, because I did the work. I worked that hard that past week. I deserve something, and it's not going to me directly. It's going into my account, savings. You know what I mean? It's something that's going to, if when things aren't going as well as they are now, or something happens to where an unexpected bill comes, I can take care of it without there being a chink in the armor, so to speak, right? Without there being me have to figure out, oh, damn, okay, how am I gonna get this taken care of? Nah, I've been paying myself first for the past X amount of time, and so if something comes up, then you know what, I can take care of it. I ain't gotta worry about it. Or if I want to take a little trip, a vacation, I can do that. If I want to buy myself something that I know I deserve or whatever, you feel me? Like, so that's the same. It's the same idea. You gotta kind of, in a sense, pay yourself first, with the idea that you it's going to be better in the long run. So I kind of forgot where my point was going with that, but yeah, this you got to kind of do that and take care of yourself. That way you don't get down and depressed about your progress. So like, yeah, that's where I was at, about your progress. So if you celebrate yourself, but know that, okay, boom, there's still work to do. It's all good, because if you don't celebrate yourself, those victories, you're not going to want to continue to go. You're not going to want to continue to keep striving to get to that next level, to get to that next level, to get to that next level. You haven't given props to yourself as you continue to hit every level. But why do you think at the end of every level on Mario Brothers, when you get that flag, you know what I'm saying? You get all those points. They add up all those points, and you start, you hear the ding 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 ding, you know what I mean? Like, it's a little celebration. You feel me? Like, it's not, you know the game ain't over yet, but the fact that you passed that level, that's a big deal, because you could have died completely in that level. You could have ended. It could have stopped right there. But you got to keep going, like, you know what I mean. So it's that encouragement for you to keep going, right? So if nobody else is going to celebrate you, you got to celebrate yourself. That's why when we celebrate our wins, man, it's like, yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Yeah, speak on your win, bro. Speak on what you just accomplished. You know what I mean? Because that's putting out good energy into the universe. And if somebody else sees that, like, yo, that's good stuff. You never know how that can encourage that person, right? Like, just by speaking on one of your wins, it can encourage somebody else to say, you know what? Let me keep going on what I'm doing, because I'm almost there. I got a little discouraged, but I'm almost there. Boom. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, like, it's discipline, accountability, patience. Like, those are I like that. I like that. I like all three of those, because you got to be patient. You got to allow yourself grace sometime. A lot of times people don't give themselves enough grace. And that's another way you can get down on yourself and get discouraged, because you're not allowing yourself, it's like, as long as you are doing the job, like I said the other day, slow motion is better than no motion. Right? Like, as long as you're doing something, you ain't got to be on moving on the in a sense the pace that you expected to go, but as long as you're not stopping, then you good. As long as you're not stopping, that's how the turtle won the race. You know what I mean? They kept going. So you got to just keep going, as long as you know that as long as you continue to go and put forth that effort, things are gonna happen for you, and you just can't get discouraged and think that, like I said, just because it's not happening in the time frame that you want to, so to speak, just keep fighting, man. Keep going, keep fighting, and have, like I said, have that discipline, have that patience, that accountability, That's a huge word too. That's one of my favorite words because a lot of times people will point the finger at other. Oh, this is the reason why I'm not doing this is not the reason why I'm not where I want to be, or this is the reason why this happened. Nah, you and only you are where you are at in life because of everything it's your fault. You are the reason. No matter where you are in life, you are the reason where you are there. Period. There's no. And once you can accept that, that's the thing about it. You have to be willing to accept that. Once you can fully accept that, then that's when it's like okay. If that's the case, then let me. If you love where you are, then keep doing what you're doing. If you don't like where you are, what are you going to change up? What are you going to adjust? What are you going to do differently so where you can get out of that situation that you're in and get into a situation that you want to be in? And if you haven't changed, it's because you're not. It hasn't got you angry enough. You know what I mean? It hasn't because like I said, we talked about before. Like people want to look at like every emotion is important, but as long as you can't be in one emotion too much. That's the difference. Every emotion is important. But people look at anger like, oh, don't be angry, don't be angry. Nah, certain things you need to be angry in. If you haven't got if you're in a bad situation and you continue to stay in it, that's because you're not angry enough at it. Because once you're angry, once you're to the point where it's like, you know what, it angers you, and you're like, you know what, I can't take this shit no more. Then you start to move. Then you move. You know what I mean? You might be in that job and you might be, you might be doing well enough and it might be paying you good, but it's not what you want to do. Once you get angry, once something pisses you off to the point where you're like, you know what, I'm not taking this shit no more. Then you do what it takes to move up out of that job, relationship, living situation, whatever it may be. So it's not about being angry all the time. But sometimes that anger is what's going to propel you and going to get you to move. You know what I mean? So if where you are at in life right now in this fourth quarter, where the start of this fourth quarter, if you're not where you want to be, and it's not making you angry, then you're gonna stay right there. You're not gonna do anything about it. But if it's making you angry, then you're gonna be like, you know what, I'm gonna do something. So by the start of the next, you know what I mean, when this game is over. When this year is over, boom, I'm not going to be in the same position. Straight up.
Fact. Yeah. It's really setting the plan into action too, because it's like you said, regardless where you at, if you can take that accountability, like I said earlier, and you can really lock in and like you just said, accept where you are. Now you know where you at, and you know how to get somewhere because you got the information from where you was. Put a plan into motion. Just take small steps to get yourself out of that position. But man, it's every time I think about it, man, it just brings more and more insight about how much power we truly have. There's a lot of power in this mind that we have. And once you learn how to unlock it, once you learn how to tap in, so to speak, it's not much that you can't do. Because who you are right now and who you want to be in the future tense, right? Because time is illusion, right? They the same person. You are who you want to be in the future. You just haven't tapped. Hold on, fellas. You just haven't. I know this thing trying to connect. My bad. Bluetooth was trying to connect. Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like once you realize who you are, once you realize that the energy that you want, the energy that you give to other people, the energy that you want to receive is in you. So let's just give an example. When we find money in our pocket, find money in our wherever, right? You didn't know it existed, right? You just found it underneath the pillow, found it in between the cushion of the couch. You get an immediate feeling of enjoyment, excitement, roused up, whatever the case may be. The money didn't give you that. You had that in you, and now that energy or that transformation of the ideology of the money now kicked into your body. Now you got this burst of energy that's like, oh man, I can go buy that meal I wanted, or this $20 can put gas in my car. That's in you. Okay. If you want to be a millionaire, it's no different. The mindset that you have to be a millionaire is already in you. You just haven't set the layout plan or a plan in general to get you there. That's what the power of manifestation is. One, you got to, again, accept where you are, be accountable of how you got there, set a plan in action to get you somewhere else, but also continue down that same mindset that you got to where you're going to. But again, it's already in you. So it's like, if you can actually accept that part and you can realize that that's the truth, then you ain't got to worry about the outcome no more. And that's a lot of times what we be scared to take that risk because of fear, right? We all got our own acronyms for fear, but basically fear will now have us feeling like we can't take this next step because we don't know what's going to happen. Which then says, what about yourself? Again, this is where that accountability come in. Okay, well, now you have a control problem. Your control problem is now holding you back from being able to tap into the next level because you're scared of the outcome. But again, if you know that you are who you are, you know that who you want to be is already in you, you know the power that's in you, you ain't got nothing to fear. You ain't got nothing to control because it's not within you to control. It's you basically controlling yourself. And why would you do that? What point? Why would you try to think about it like this too? Let's use women for an example. If we all know the discipline that it takes to go to the gym consistently, and we don't even have that, I'm just speaking hypothetically. How can you then expect a person that you just met or been knowing to just change, and you yourself haven't changed or made the discipline steps to become disciplined in something that you want? So you can't hold yourself accountably disciplined for a month straight, but as you go throughout situations, you want this person to change just because you said it. That's not fair. So how do you expect somebody else to do something that you yourself can't do? No, release that control of trying to control that person. The same thing within yourself. Release the control of the outcome of where you're trying to go. Fourth quarter, I want to save up 10,000. Okay, that's a great goal. Do you at least make that much money to save it up? No, I don't. Okay, well, let's retract. How are you going to make the money? Okay, well, I got a plan on doing this. Okay, well, let's take another step back. You said you got a plan on doing this. How do you get there? It's little steps at a time that'll get you to where you want to go. But once again, once you unlock that fear, once you let go of control, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Everything that you see, everything that you feel, everything that you want will come to you. You're going to attract what you want rather than you have to go chase it. Now, that's when you really profound. That's where these brothers that be talking on this conversation, that's that profound conversations all across the nation. Now, everybody that we talk to can understand what I just said. Oh, he really said this and then he did it. Why? Because I don't have to control the outcome of it no more. Why should I need to control anything? That's going to happen anyway. It's going to happen regardless, right? Now, when it may happen may be a question, but it's going to happen. And if you can accept that and realize it and appreciate that and be grateful for it, sit back. Not sit back literally, but sit back and allow it to come. Everything else is lightweight after that. Again, using the gym as an analogy, I never once felt like, oh, I was going to get to a certain weight at a certain time. I just know I had a goal to get there. I'm at that goal right now. And I didn't say when I was going to get there. I got on the scale one random day. I said, oh shit, that's me. Immediately, I felt that boost of energy, like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm in there geek. Again, that don't mean that the job is done, like y'all just said. I now have to be able to maintain this, but also, okay, now you got the weight that's dropped and it looked like a number that you want to see, but your body, do it look like your body you want to see? So that means there's still more growth. There's still more time to be taken into consideration with what your plans is and what your goals is. So, man, for me, fear and control kind of play hand in hand. And once I let those two things go, that's how I found out that the line of path that I was trying to take wasn't for me. because I was distracted. I was looking at every other direction other than the one that I was supposed to be focused on. That's how I'm able to now be like, okay, I'm at this weight. I'm now being able to receive this peer counseling opportunity. Business ventures are now starting to make way more sense. The way that I can fluently talk about certain things just off the top of my brain, because I'm now more intellectual with what I'm thinking and feeling. Because again, I don't have to control anything else, and I don't fear what I'm saying because I know what it is. Everything else been a cakewalk, man. And like I said, these type of conversations with brothers as y'all, including Henry, and again, everybody outside of my inner circle that just come into my cipher, they little nuggets here and there allow me to understand what I just said. And I just wanted to say those words because again, somebody on the other end of this is going to hear. Somebody is going to trigger something and is going to spark something. And if you never lose that spark, one thing I learned about that Transformer movie, I just took my son to go see, and I ain't gonna talk too much about it, and I'm gonna end there. In the movie, Transformer One, I'm speaking of, the main part of the movie, it says uh they have these little whatever they call inside their body that basically allowed them to transform, right? From the regular Autobots, regular whatever, they have this piece of, I don't know, a gemstone, we're gonna call it, that helps them get to that next level. And somebody took that gemstone figuratively out of them. So he took the physical one, but mentally they always thought, oh, I don't have it no more, so I can't transform. But once they talk to an elder, and that elder like, no, it doesn't matter if this person takes this from you. That spark that's in your body, that energy that is existent in you, if you tap into that and you actually acknowledge it and be like, I do have that, it don't matter if you got that gemstone in your body or not. You can still transform into your higher self just off that spark. And that spark is what is in you. And that's what the movie was about. So again, a kid movie, oh, it wasn't really a kid movie because it was heavy, has a message in it that makes me think like, damn, that's crazy. This whole time the spark is already in me. I just needed to believe in it. Okay. Say less. That's it, man. That's how I see it. Turn the lights on that one.
Man, that's deep, man. Say turn the lights on in this piece,
Lights on
baby.
that one.
I always go about it saying, man, it says that it's always better to finish than to start. And whenever you think of starting something all the time, like we can always come with that brilliant idea and we just put it in the collective box and don't push forward and, you know, and at least try, you know what I mean? But if you finish that product, it can turn into something beautiful. You know what I mean? Because all the businesses that you look around right now, there's somebody that started with a thought and they going towards the finished product. You know what I mean? Like seeing it for see in front of their eyes. So you have to use that in every single thing in your life, man, because it's always better to finish than to start. You always got to think of that end goal. And just like it kind of reminds me of the turtle and the hare, man, you know, like the turtle saw the finish line. The hare just thought about like getting there quick, fast, in a hurry. And that's how life and technology, everything right now is right now. So putting a lot of pressure on yourself and you don't understand timing, you know what I mean? It might not be your time right now. You know, like Corey, like when you brought up about being a millionaire. Okay, that's a great idea. But you might not be that millionaire tomorrow. If you do, kudos to you, but you have to understand that it's going to take time to get to that part. So what do you do in that part? And if the hardest part is being patient. And you got to understand, like, you know, what if it don't happen? You know? So what are you gonna do then? You know what I mean? So don't and if it does, if it don't happen, don't beat yourself up. You know what I mean? And there's always something else that you can do, whatever your purpose is in life. That's something that you will have to find and fulfill yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, like it's always better to finish than to start. And like I live with that all the time, man, because it's like I was very amazed when I went on my 30-day fast and reversed my diabetes. I was amazed by how it went, man, because it was like I always thought at the end goal of it. I was like, what if I do be disciplined for 30 days? You know, I'm not gonna die in between that time. Nothing gonna happen to me. You know, everybody looking at me like I'm crazy. I remember I was just sitting in the lunchroom, man. I had all my bowls of fruit. Everybody got Chick-fil-A, everything that I love, man. I'm smelling the aroma of it, but I'm sitting there eating my fruits, bro. I'm like, and everybody was like, man, I want to be like you when I grow up, man. You know, but I was encouraging people, and you never know, man. Like that gift that you sitting on, that thing that you sitting on, somebody could be blessed off of that idea that you got inside your brain, bro. So you got to go finish it, man. You got to go finish it. You gotta finish what you start, man. So if that idea it comes to you, you know, the universe put it inside of you. So that's your vision. You know what I'm saying? You protect it, do what you got to do, and accomplish that goal, man. Like, cause somebody out there need that, man. You know, and I always use this, and I'm gonna pass it back to Ty, man. But I always use this. We on this live right now because I reached out to that man, Tyrus. You know, and Tyrus was putting out his daily truths every day. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know this man from Adam. I was watching him, and Ty, am I lying? I got in your inbox. I said, hey man, your words, man, they touched me, bro. You got to keep. And at the time, he kind of laid back off of putting them out at the time, and he was like, man, you know what, man, you encouraged me to keep pushing and keep putting them out, because I was like, hey man, if you don't know, there's somebody that's watching. You never know who's watching, so put out that thing, man. That person might need what you went through. They might need it. They might need that encouraging word that you got. You know, it might be a simple word and they just like, damn, you know, it just came off the top, and that person able to get that encouragement for the rest of the day or week, a month, or years or whatever. So you don't know, man. So you gotta keep doing it and finish what you started.
100%, man.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Because like you said, man, our goals belong to us, but our talents and our skills belong to everybody else in a sense, right? Because just like you said, what you're able to do, somebody else can benefit. You know, like you can't hold your gifts inside because they're called. That just hit me right there.
Come on,
They're
go
called,
ahead. Yeah,
they're
go.
called
Go.
gifts
Yeah, go.
for a reason.
Gifts.
They're called gifts for a
Wow.
reason. You're gifted at doing. If you're gifted at doing something, that means it doesn't belong to you, right? That really just hit me. They're called gifts for a reason because they don't belong to you. You have to give them to the world. You got to give them to people. You know what I mean? Like people need it. Whatever you're skilled at, people need that. The people need it.
You got to trademark that, dog.
Bro, it's that man, that was head bust, bro, because it just hit me. You know what I mean? Like they are gifts for a reason. Like they don't belong to us. They belong to the people.
Don't.
You know? Like and so that's part of it. That's why, like you said, you gotta keep going. And I kind of want to speak to, because you said something that Corey, about I know, I think it was you, Jess. I'm not, one of y'all said it, but anyway, about the what was it about the fact that yeah, you said it was
The Transformer.
the Transformer movie. Yeah, so it's like they might have thought that they needed that spark or that metal that was inside them to access that power, but it wasn't that. You know what I'm saying? Like they thought without having that gem inside them that they don't have that power. That's like Thor and Thor's hammer, right? Like his dad, like Odin, gave him that the hammer. Like Thor thought that his power lied in the hammer, but it wasn't. It was just so he can control it to a degree. You know what I mean? So he can. But the power was inside him. Like that the hammer was just a vessel. But in the whole time, so when before that, he was like, "Oh, I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't have my hammer." He was like, "That hammer was never about your power. Power was inside you. That was just a way for you to control it. You know what I mean?" But then once he realized, it's like, "Oh, it's not. So it's in me. Oh, it's over." You know, he was accessing lightning and thunder with his hands. You know what I'm saying? Smashing fools with his. But he had to realize that first until he realized that, yo, his pops told him, like, nah, it wasn't about it was never, the hammer was never where your power lied. The power lied in you. That was just a way for you to control it, for you to just a vessel. From that point on, oh, it's over. So once we realize that the power is within us, period, we got to keep going. We got to do what it takes to we have what it takes. We just got, to wield that power. We just, we don't need no crutch. There's nothing that's holding us back. We're the only ones that's holding us back. So yeah, man, like, you got to be willing to, like I said, look at yourself and say, okay. And going back to what we were talking about earlier, as far as like, you're going to be tested. That's the thing about it. You're going to be tested. Like, people will come into your life to test your will. Things will become obstacles, or things will take your focus away or whatever to test you. You know what I mean? How much are you gonna let it test you? Like I said, things, people, you'll get distracted by many different things, but it's there to test you. Certain, like I say, yes, the right person will come in your life when, we think about when it comes to, partner aspect, on that aspect. They'll come into your life when you're the right one will come into your life when you're ready, but you'll have tests along the way. You will have people spinning the block along the way. You will have people, boasting you up, like praising you up and trying to, make your head big about, about many different things. But they could be out to get what they want. They ain't got nothing to do with you. They want something from you. They love your light. They love the energy that you put out. They want that from you. They want to tap into that, and it might not be good for you. So you got to recognize that test as they appear. You know what I'm saying? That's why you gotta fully vet that person. You gotta make sure you asking those hard questions. You know what I'm saying? And once you realize that they're not for you, okay, you don't get no more of my time. And you can also feel it as well, right? You can also feel it as well, and because we're not who attracts, or we're not who attracts us or who we're attracted to. We're who we entertain. We are what we entertain.
Right.
So you can be attracted to me all you want, but if I'm not entertaining you, it don't matter. But once I start entertaining you, just because you say you're attracted to me, or like I said, distractions, that's who I am, because I'm allowing you to take my time away from my original plan, my original goals. Straight up. So we got to make sure that we are staying focused on accomplishing what we need to accomplish. And if you have, someone that's doing what they can to help guide you, to help you get to where you need to be, then that's different. But at the same time, you still got to keep your edge. You still got to make sure that you are being who you are, and not letting the person or something or other things deter you from, because we know people will do that. They will come into your life, and like I said, they want something from you, so they'll pretend or show, the representative will stay on longer than than it should, but really, they then slowly but surely they're trying to get more of your time, trying to get more of your attention, trying to fatten you up, so you don't look good for other people, because just they attracted to you, but they don't want you looking, too good, right? Like that's man, come on, we ain't gonna go there, but
Another
we ain't
con-
gonna go there, but it's real though. It's real. Like it's happened. You know what I mean? Like, and so that's just really the thing, man. We just got to make sure that we stay focused, especially when things are at the precipice, when things are really like right there. Like we might be right here, we can see it, and we got to make sure that we keep going, and not get deterred and to where like we get distracted and then it becomes here again. Once we finally get that our head above water, we got to keep going so we can climb up out that water all together. You know what I mean? So fourth quarter is a big time, man. It's a big deal, and you got to make sure that you are using every second, every moment that you can, that you're supposed to get what you need to accomplish done. And it's not to say that you can't take some time off, take a step back, because that's all a part of it, right? That's all a part of it. But you got to make sure that your distractions are kept to a minimal, and your focus is at a maximum. Otherwise, you're not gonna get to that point where you can look back and be like, I did that. Because like you said, it's better to finish than it is to start. Like and kind of speaking, truth to that power. I don't even like speaking on the things that I'm gonna do or that I want to do. Right? Because you can say that, everybody can say, oh yeah, these are the things that I'm gonna do, these things that I'm doing. I'd rather be like, yeah, this is what I've accomplished. This is what I've done. Because that's where the power is. That's where the strength is. Because everybody can speak on the things that they want to do. We all want to do something, but what did you do? What have you done? If you ain't done nothing yet, then I don't want to hear about what you're gonna do. You ain't done shit yet. Go do something, then come back and tell us what you did. Then it's like, bam, okay, shoo. You know what? That's where the motivation comes from. Motivate other people. Not what you're gonna do. Yeah, okay, that's cool. Good luck. That's cool. We hope good luck with that. But when you come back and because you kept your head down and you did all the work that you needed to do, and you say, yeah, what you been up to? Oh man, and I just did this, just finished this, and this did whatever. Working on a couple other things. I'm not going to speak on what I'm working on because I'll talk about that when they get done. Yeah, I got some things in the works. I got some things in the works, but this is what I did. This is what I've done. This is what I've accomplished. This is what I completed. This is what I've completed. These are the completions over here. Am I still working on something? Yeah, I always got something in the pipe. I always got something, what I'm saying, in my pipeline, ready to get something done. But that's until I get it done, I'm not even gonna speak on it. Keep that mentality, man. Like, it's because that's that accountability. That's that patience and that discipline. That's that DAP. So yeah, man. Fourth quarter finish, bro. Let's finish strong.
Finish. I'm in with two little quotes. Yeah, I could be paraphrasing, I could be phrasing for my own mental, but I gotta get off my chest. Birds don't worry about weak branches. They rely on their wings. It's that simple.
Boom.
And in life, you have courage or you can have comfort. But on the other side of comfort, nothing great came from that. So get out your comfort zone, man.
Yep.
Stop playing. That's it. That's it. Birds, hey, birds don't rely on weak branches. They rely on their wings. Don't
Yep.
matter what happened on this tree branch. I'm a fly regardless because I know how to
Yep.
fly.
Yep.
So what's the point of me worrying about what I'm chilling on right now? I got wings, bro. What? It's a storm coming. So what? You gonna stay right? If I want to, or I fly away. If I want to, yeah. I got a choice. You know, on the other side of courage, you got courage and you got comfort. But on the other side of comfort, them comfort zones don't get you nowhere. Nothing great came from staying in your comfort zone. You step outside of that, which is courage, you'll see exactly what Todd just got done saying. You'll see. That's it. That's
Yep.
all I got, man. Y'all fellas, man, y'all brought this out to me today. I didn't ask for this. Y'all got me in my box today.
That's why I always go first, because I always like to sit back and listen to the rest of the live, because these brothers here be bringing it.
Yeah, man.
Hey,
Hey,
that's just feeding off each other, man. What you said, you adding power to truth. We just
truth
keep
and power. Yeah.
yeah, truth to power. So I appreciate you, brothers, man. I'm gonna make sure I say it after every call. I'm grateful for you, brothers, man. I'm proud of y'all. I'm proud of myself. You know, regardless if we see each other or not in the present moment, I know you guys is doing what y'all need to be doing, bro. And for me, I feel like it's no better feeling to being a part of a community that you know, like, these guys really get to it. That's a blessing, bro. Like, just coming from where I come from, man, I ain't gonna go into it too much. I know cats want to end their night. It's just good to see black men's really pushing that envelope, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just this part of it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What we doing on the physical, I physically cannot see at this current moment. But
Yep.
I know what y'all doing right here. Every day we talk. Every time we get on these lives, including Henry, man, I be like, yeah, these brothers right here, they smart. Don't ever let that, don't nobody ever take that from y'all, man. Don't ever let nobody shine, fellas, man. Because we real life, it's another conversation, man. Look, I'm gonna keep going. I'm just giving all y'all flowers, brothers, man. Like I said, brother Henry, Jay Hunter, Ty, I'm proud of y'all, brothers, man. Y'all keep going, bro. This fourth quarter look real good for us. I know that. Trust me. And as long as we do everything we just got done saying, bro, ain't nothing in our way but ourselves. Like we said, ain't nothing in our way but ourselves. And I already know what y'all gonna do when that challenge comes. It's knock them things over like dominoes, man. Get out my face, bro. Knock them over. You feel me?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's another one of them ones, man. Another one of them ones.
They better throw the white flag. Hey, they lucky we not in the same states, man. We have a podcast same states. They ain't gonna be able to mess with the four kings, man. The four kingsmen.
The kingsmen.
It's yeah.
They ain't ready.
Once it do happen, man, like the synergy is gonna be through the roof, bro. And it's just yeah. It's gonna evolve into something great.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Just keep going. I said, use everything that you can. That's at your that's bestowed upon you. Everything that you can. And like I said, I wanted to talk about, you know, what the goals are for you know what I mean, the fourth quarter to a degree, but it's just kind of like what I said, man. Like, I'd rather talk about like what come the beginning of the year, us talk about what we accomplished versus what we are looking to accomplish. You know what I mean? We all know we have goals. We all know we have things that we want to do. So go do them. And then once, like I said, the fourth, you know, the end of this fourth quarter, these 4 quarters is done. When we line up for the next game, we can look back and reflect when we're getting ready to line up. When we're getting ready to line up for the next game, we reflect back on what we did you know what I'm saying, and what we need to do differently, that's where it's at, you know, and how we can
Word up.
continue to add on to what we just completed. Just like that, you know. So
Mhm.
yeah, man. Just
Yes,
continue
sir.
to use this time. Atomic Habits, great book. If y'all out there, if you haven't read that book, we all highly suggest you read that book. Just like The Power of Now,
Mhm.
those are two powerful, great books to read. So definitely recommend you check those out. And yeah, like I said, we just appreciate y'all. You know, we're gonna continue to get stronger, to scale up, to get better, and continue to just bring you these heatful, powerful, and not heated discussions, but fire discussions. You know what I'm saying? Like we gonna keep doing it. It's only gonna get better and better. So we just salute to y'all. Appreciate y'all. You know, y'all who continue to support and check it out. And just know that we only gonna get more profound, and we only getting more profound. So bottom line. So yeah, man.
Yeah.
Brothers, it's been
Jay
another
Hunt, you
great
ain't got
one.
no last words, brother.
Jay Hunter on a high right now, man. Like I passed my CDL. I got this fire ass conversation we just had.
Yeah,
Some good tools. I'm good right now, man. We on to something, man.
Enjoy it, bro.
We on to
Embrace it,
something.
bro.
got it.
Every second of it, bro.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. So yeah, another like I said,
Absolutely.
another powerful one, man. Like I appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? Continue to, you know, drop gems, and we appreciate all the listeners and supporters again for continuing to rock with us. So, behalf of Complex Key, Jay Hunter, it's the mindset. We gone. Peace, y'all. Bro Foundation, we out.
Out. Peace.